Hi, beautiful creatures, and welcome back to Minecraft Forest Craft Settlement, and this is episode 3. My plan for this episode is to get the roof up. I'm going to start from these logs and go up to the wall. I haven't figured out if I'm going to do like the corners or if I'm just going to do one like corner right here and then have the roof hang off the edge. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out when I get to it, I guess. It is a nice view of the village from here. I'm definitely moving the village over, by the way. I also plan on getting my farm animals and my farm started and doing a little more terraforming and setting up my tree farm because I have several trees that I have to plant. So let's go ahead and get started and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back. I wanted to complain about the add-on here for a second. So I've never had this much trouble. I thought I would like this design and I didn't. It also took me like 20 minutes because I couldn't put slabs next to other slabs. I had to like stack them a certain way and then remove them and redo them. And it was just damaging to my psyche, honestly. I also had to put slabs on the underneath side of the floor where I just had singular slabs to make them whole blocks because I couldn't put anything down on top of the slabs. So it has to be a whole block. Are you serious? I've been doing this entire time. And I mess up now. Okay, sorry. Anyway, another issue I had is these stairs with the add-on. Like if it's a part of a special tree or whatever, it will not, like if you're crouched, you can't go up the stairs. You have to jump it like it's a solid block. But if you're next to a solid block while on the stairs, you can climb up them while crouched. Alright, so I have intentions to go mining today and collecting some resources because I don't have very much copper, or I have a lot of iron but not like that much. But I want to collect some coal and maybe other items as well. I definitely need gravel to make concrete. So we're gonna do that today, and I'm just gonna collect as much as I can as possible, and I will be back. Alright, so I've pretty much cleared all the ores out of this first cave here, and it kind of just ends right here. But I am going to collect the dirt and the gravel from in here really quick. So hopefully I can get a lot. Alright, I can say that this trip was successful. I got 3 diamonds, but honestly, I think this is where I'm going to turn around and go back. I found gold, I found iron, not much. I found lapis and redstone, which I need for something. But at this point, I see that it goes deeper and it's kind of jagged. So I'm just gonna go back out and I'm gonna go do a little inventory. Oh, some more lapis. See, I thought that was, just low like and oh, and some gold. Cool. Alright, so we're loaded up on gold and lapis and a little bit of redstone. So I'm gonna head back to the surface and I will see you then. Alright, so I finally made it out of the cave and I have daylight left, so I came over here to see exactly how much of this land I would have to clear out to open up this waterway. And I'm not really worried about the villager houses right now because I'm going to move those back into the mountain. I'm going to explore this way a little bit and see what I can find. Maybe some saplings I don't have. That would be nice. That would be real awesome. Alright. Alright, so it is the next morning. I'm gonna empty out my inventory and get to smelting. Alright, so I got the gold smelting and I came over here to kind of map out the area. I kind of want to bring all of the land down to the lake and kind of get rid of some of these gaping holes and just make it manageable, traversable, yeah. Anyway, I can't really decide where I want to put the orchard. I thought about putting it right there, but I'd already put a sign, so I'm gonna just put it where the sign is pointing, and that's where I'm gonna have my orchard trees. And we're gonna go ahead and start terraforming and collecting as much dirt as possible. And I'm gonna kind of just flatten out this little shelf here and then kind of make it grade down into the lake there. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So that took me 2 days to complete. I mean, it's not even completed. I just got a rough draft basically started. My plan is to kind of bring this shelf down to the lake, which I said previously, but right now it's just literally just a shelf with darkness underneath it. So we're gonna bring that down to the lake. That side of the lake is pretty good, but the far side over there, it needs some work. It's got holes, it's got ravines, it's not all connected, but like right here, pretty cool. Like even right here, it's pretty cool. But over there, it's not. It's a death trap, like drowning waiting to happen. So we're gonna fix that. Alright, so I think I've got maybe 1/3 of this side of the lake done. I've just been terraforming, like taking out dirt and adding the same dirt back as I go. I did see that I have a huge crater back here to fill, so I'm gonna get to work on that and see where we can go from there. Alright, so that took a couple days as well. I had to go back in and kind of rework some things, but now that side of the lake looks awesome. I do still have the ravine over there to fill in the rest of the way. I got half of it done before I ran out of dirt and it was dark, so And I gotta bring this shelf down to the lake, and we're gonna do that next. beautiful creatures. I am finally back. I have planted most of the trees for the orchard. Most of these are fruit-bearing trees, or nut-bearing, I guess in the case of the hazel tree here. Pretty sure. Moving on. I have plans to, I'm going to add walnut to the middle here to see if they grow. If not, I will move them somewhere else. I don't know if this is enough room for the walnut. I honestly forgot what they look like. So I also have planted, or I'm going to plant, sorry, the massive cherry tree, the mega cherry tree. I'm going to do it right here. And I also have the Everblue, and let's go ahead and put these wisterias with the rest of the wisteria, or the one wisteria, sorry, but yeah, you get the point. I have these Everblues, there's the pink Oriolanders, I don't really actually know how to say that, and I have the Red Dawn, or the Red Dawn Redwood. And I also have, I'm sorry, is that a, what? You're in the way, move. There's a mega cherry tree already growing on top of the mountain above where my house is. Okay. Where was I at? The Red Dawn. I'm going to plant the Red Dawns along the bank here. I also have the Acer, the Juniper, and I think that's it. I will have to look in the book later to see how many I actually have left to collect of the saplings. I know I've got one of the scorched trees. I think ashen is another one, and then obviously the bone. There's an ender one, and the gold sapling. Alright, there's the Acer. I think I'm going to put another Acer right here. And these pink ones, I'm going to also plant near the bank here. Alright, so I'm actually going around and moving all of the ones I've already planted. I didn't like some of them are not growing, like, at all. The Acer did, but the Junipers, they're not really growing, the Everblues aren't growing, and the pink ones were not growing. So we're just gonna, the cherry tree also hasn't grown, but I'm gonna come through and bone meal these because I want them to grow. Anyway, after I get all these done, I am going to do something with the sniffer grave marker over there. I feel like he deserves more, other than a dirt cross. I think I'm going to use some stone that I have. Let's see. I'm going to move this one also to like up here. I'm pretty sure the junipers are huge. I don't really actually know how big most of these get. That's on me, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to, I completely forgot. That is a massive cherry tree. I did plant these coconut trees. I forgot about them, but that is huge. Okay, sorry, distracted. I'm gonna move these saplings here because these aren't growing either. And I think it's because they're not on sand. I feel like that's a thing. The coconut trees have to be on sand. So I'm gonna move this one down here on this little point, and then I'm gonna move this one over to the end of this. and then I'm going to take this one and plant it on the other bank. And basically, I am just going to run around and try to bone mill some of these and get them to grow. I know I don't have the avocado or the cactus, and I think both require sand. Alright, so let me just put this sign down real quick right here, pointing at the trees. Alright, and that is all I have for this episode, actually. I'm gonna go around and try to bone mill some more of these trees, and hopefully that works. But this is what we've got, and I'm so excited to see where the rest of the series goes. I still have to build a juice shop and everything else. But remember, as always, stay hydrated, you beautiful creature. And if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. And leave a comment down below. Alright, bye!